Hey guys, Aiden here, and today I'm going to be reviewing the new Disney movie, Queen of Katwe. And with me, I have Justin and Ivan, some close friends. They're going to be reviewing this movie with me. Hey guys.
Hey, Aiden. Thank you for having us, and we appreciate it. And thank you for putting us on your show.
Hey, you know what guys, thanks for being here. It really means a lot to me. So before we start talking about the movie, tell everybody a little bit about your life story.
Well, I grew up from Uganda. I went to school there, and well, when I was a little kid, I had a family, but then my family passed away, and everyone passed away. I was the only one in my family to stay alive, and my auntie took care of me. She took me to school, and I went to an orphanage school, God Cares, and there was this pastor called Pastor Dongo. He was a really great man. He took me in, paid for my school, and I grew up from going to his school. All my school fees were paid for. I just had to attend the school and be there every day. Mm-hmm. And that's where I got to meet my friend Ivan here. And
yeah, so my story was when I was young, when I was born in Uganda, my birth parents did not love me, so they threw me in the streets so I could die. But God loved me and He cared for me. That when there was two moms and two dads were driving on the road, they saw me. I was in a bag and I still had my umbilical cord on, and they took me into the judges and all that, and then to see if they could find a mom who dropped me or whatever, if they lost me. And then nobody responded, no one claimed me. So the mom who found me asked his husband if they could keep me, and said yes, you could keep him as his own. So they took me and cared for me. Then they took me to God Cares, which I met Justin when we were this little. And we grew up from there. And yeah, that's a little bit about my story.
So how old were you guys when you came to the United States?
We were 10. I was 10 when we came to the United States, because at first we came for the summer tour in 2010. We came in a summer tour in America to just perform. Then we go hosted by some families. Then actually me and him would go hosted when he came for the summer tour just to perform. Me and him got hosted by the same family. And then we went back, and then months later we got adopted, and the parents that hosted him, me and him.
The Hardy family.
The Hardy family took him they adopted him. And then the family that hosted one of my other friends who came with us, adopted me, and then we live 5 minutes away from each other.
That's really awesome, hearing your guys' story. You really have some powerful stories, and this movie too was also a pretty powerful story. It was the story about this girl, Fiona, and how the game of chess and her coach just changed her life, and it was really powerful, and it really made me feel thankful and just a lot of different emotions. How did it make you guys feel?
Yeah, that was a really good movie, and it made me a little emotional, especially when this one scene, when that little kid, Fiona's little brother, when the big sister left her to go with a boyfriend, and then the flood came in, and then the kid was hanging out there for her life. It reminded me of when my older sisters and brothers left my little sister, that my parents who found me had birth to her, that I cared of so much. They left her at home by herself, and then when I came back, she was crying. And I stopped her crying, and I ordered her and took care of her, and made her feel more comfortable.
Yeah.
Well, this movie was it just reminded me of the things that God has given us, and sometimes we don't really take time to be thankful for what you have or what little you hold. We tend to want more and more. We try to want more of what we don't really have. I mean, it's good to dream about something, but sometimes it's just okay to be God, thank you for this little that I have. And as each day goes by, God sees that you're you're humble and you're thankful, and the little one, maybe He will bless you with more. I just thought the movie kind of had it was trying to it spoke through me, telling me you have to be thankful for what you have, and look where you came from. I mean, you used to stay in slums, like in dirty areas. Now you're living like in a house. You go to Oaks Christian, one of like the highest schools around in America. It's like you're blessed, basically, you know.
Yeah, I really agree with you because a lot of the times I want something really bad or I just am not grateful, and then I like seeing this movie. It kind of struck me. Like some of those kids, like one of the kids in the movie even said, like, I only have 2 outfits. How am I going to beat these people? I'm really thankful for everything.
Yeah, and another scene that really shocked me was when the Fiona was with the coach at her house because she wanted to stay there for a little bit, and then the coach was like, "Don't you want to go back to your mom?" And he's like, "Because if I had one more chance to see my mom, it would be like the most precious moment of my life." And then she went back, and then when she was running, the mom was just sitting there trying to sell the maize for the family. She saw her daughter, and the daughter calls out for mom, and the mom opens her arms and comes out and hugs her and shows her love and care. And sometimes it makes me be thankful for all what I have, and the moms took me as their own. And in some way, it makes me feel like that's how God is. His arms are open to us, ready, and He always calls us to Him and gives us love and care and gives us warm hugs to come back to Him, and He always provides for us.
As you guys have been talking and sharing your stories, and I've heard you mention God a lot, although this movie didn't really talk about God much and stuff, the coach was actually working for a ministry. Did you guys catch that?
I didn't really catch it, but what I really caught was like it didn't talk about God, but it showed God characters in the people, because actions speak more than words. And when the kid, every time I saw him on the plane, the little kid, he was praying for God and saying, "Our Father in heaven, hallowed be your name." And all that. Every time he was doing something, he always prayed. And then also, you might not know Kode, but because I'm from Uganda, I understood some words were saying, and in the songs, and they were praises to God.
So let's talk about that a little bit. You guys, you heard Ugandan songs. They spoke a little bit in Ugandan. They were in Ugandan places. Did it feel real to you guys? Did it feel like genuine, or did it kind of feel kind of like movie cheesy-ish?
Well, it kind of made me feel like I was there, like the filming the movie, and I'm watching everything, because the streets and everything, the houses, that's where I used to like walk through each day, go to school. Like I'd have to use did you see the motorcycles in the thing? Well, I rode that to school. Like whenever to come from my house to school, I always had to take one of those. Kind of felt like I was like reliving like the moments that I had in Uganda. And when the girl was singing the song, like when she was just in the plane and she's singing the song, she was just kind of like just being like thankful like to God, and kind of like, "Thank you, God, for everything that you have provided for me," and just being like giving God thanks and just being grateful for everything she had. Some of the songs were more like party songs, just like dancing. In Uganda, like in our culture, we tend to like want to like express our joy and happiness like through music, dancing, singing. You know, that's why you saw a lot of dancing in the movie. You know. Yeah,
that's why if you were able to meet like somebody from Uganda, they would love dancing and stuff. Like you mentioned, it did feel real, because like the songs, it felt like the songs of worship, and also like in Uganda, what people do most, they depend on God. So everything they give praise to God, because they know God is the provider. And sometimes, like since I've come to America, a lot of people have seen that they don't depend on God as much, and they're like, they think that problems to their answers like doctors and money and all that, and it's ultimately all about God.
Yeah, it's really awesome being able to know that this movie was genuine and like real. So there's one thing in the movie that is a little less serious that I wanted to ask you guys about. The kids in the movie kept doing this snapping thing with their hand, where they kind of like
this thing. Yeah, like sometimes like in the movie when they did that, like it was like when you beat somebody, like you did that, like, oh, he got you, he beat you.
It's kind of like rubbing it in.
And
like
it's
rubbing,
like sometimes like
gotcha.
when you got in trouble with your mom, let's say like Justin was to get in trouble and then his mom's gonna beat him with like or spank him, I'll be like, your mom's gonna beat you today. And that's what it means.
It's kind of like a thing that like kids use like when you, like they're kind of showing off, kind of like boasting, like being excitement. You're like, I just aced that test today, you know. It's kind of like you're happy about it, kind of.
So you guys, you gotta teach me how to do it.
Okay, you go. So you go with your hands like this.
Okay.
Then you leave this one down here and then just go.
Yeah, you just that. Like this, your thumb hits you here.
Yeah.
Just
do this and then just let it.
I hear no sound coming. So.
Crisscross. Crisscross. No, go like straight like this, and then just let it relax and just.
I am.
You're not hearing anything? Just let your thumb like hit you here.
Okay.
See them? That's how you get the sound.
I hear something.
See, I get
you're actually not from Uganda, so it makes sense if you can't do it. Because we grew up like 10 years knowing how to do that, so.
You get it.
Yeah, you'll get it one day if you practice like for 20 more years.
A lot of people are gonna go see this movie and experience it. And Uganda is such a beautiful, amazing place, but it can be hard. Life can be hard, as you guys have shared your incredible stories with us. So what do you guys hope that people who go see this movie and go experience it, what do you hope that they take away from that, or that they see from this movie?
What I hope from people who see the movie and this show is that to be thankful in everything they do, and also to never give up. Like the girl did, she never gave up when she felt like giving up. There's always somebody who's supporting her and keeping her going, and she never gave up, and she succeeded in everything she did. So.
Yeah.
I'd want people to take away from the movie like God, like He works through different people to reach to a person or to reach through you. Like the coach, to me, he kind of like looked like he was like a person that God was using to get to talk to the girl, like to get her to where she wanted to be and to be a master in chess. Like God used the coach to like inspire the girl and help her out to pursue her dreams. I just think it's kind of like you have to have like God by your side to pursue whatever you'd like to pursue in life. I just want people to take that away from the show. Like God, you gotta have God throughout your whole life. Don't like just abandon Him, because we tend to do that. Like we keep Him like, we think of Him like a magic box. Like, you know, those boxes just pop out to make you like laugh for temporary. They make you laugh, but then later on you close it back and put it away. It's kind of like sometimes we don't like think of God to be like this great human being. We just like think of Him as a friend, and you know, as we have friends, we tend to like treat Him as trash. Don't really like mean what we say. But then in the end, when you realize that God's like a great God, you gotta be like, you tend to like regret what you did, and that's when you feel like you're lonely. Then God's always there. Whereas think like He's not there, but He's always like in there. We're the ones that like going away. We just have to like turn back to Him, and it's like call upon His name.
Yeah, and also what I want them to take away from is to be thankful to their parents and to tell them that they love Him, because like that movie showed me to be like really thankful, and how the mom always took care of her children when there was no father, and how much love He showed them. I just wanted the viewers or all people who watch it is to be thankful and to tell their mothers they love Him.
You guys, thanks. That was really awesome what you just said there. And this movie is a really incredible movie, great cast. It's a really great movie. It's not the usual type of movie I'd go see or even review, but it was just very touching and just was a great movie. Out of 5 stars, Aiden says 5 stars. Well, thank you guys. This has been a ton of fun. And you guys at home, comment and hit the like button and subscribe right now.
Subscribe. Woo.
Yep.
AidenSays.
And you saw Ivan dab, but if you hit the subscribe button right now, you can also see Justin dab. Oh! That was amazing.
That's better
See you
than
guys. Wait for it.
mine. Oh.